Well, good morning, my fellow Zenites. Did you check your PulseSend wallet balance this morning with your coffee? A very zingy Java roast this morning. I've changed my green screen, as you can see, a grey background, a portend possibly to the world economy's outlook. Certainly in the UK, things are not going too well. Rishi Sunak, far from being the crypto hero that everybody believes, they are about to pass a bill next week which will severely hinder crypto advertising in the UK. Nobody will be able to advertise a crypto product or a cryptocurrency without passing a regulatory framework for advertising under the Financial Services Act, which means that, they might portend to be the crypto-friendly government, but that indicates to me that it's far from the truth, as a lot of things are far from the truth. Look at the American economy. What's going on now? The Dow Jones down 300 points or so. Earnings missed by a long shot for a lot of companies, apart from possibly Apple, which is now worth, I think, more than Meta and Google and everybody else combined. It's incredible. However, what we're about to see is going to be shocking. At the next FOMC meeting, when the Federal Reserve sets the interest rates again, another 75 basis points in the next meeting will show exactly how Jerome Powell wants to play this out. And I'm absolutely convinced now that he is going to crash the stock market, he's going to crash the housing market, and he's going to crush the employment market also. What does this mean to everybody here? Well, it means that we're in for some tough times ahead. You need to be able to protect and grow your wealth. You need to get out of this rotten system. And the system is rotten because it's designed to keep the rich rich and the poor poor. And it isn't going to change anytime soon. In fact, it's never going to change unless you do something about it. You have to opt out. Cryptocurrency is the highest appreciating asset class that there is. Even now, most people haven't even heard of Bitcoin. Can you imagine? Here we are 14 years later, and there are some people who don't even know what Bitcoin is. So we are very early into this cryptocurrency game. And for those of you who have already jumped into the opportunity that is PulseZen, once again, just to remind you that you have a Genesis wallet. It's just like holding, Bitcoin at the very beginning, or Ethereum right at the very beginning. I told the story once about Dan Holloway. He was a fellow resident of San Francisco. He worked at a local tech company, Adobe to be precise, and he used to go to meetings, and after the meetings they go to the bar. And he overheard a group of people talking about Ethereum. And so Dan, it's Dan Conway, not Dan Holloway, sorry about that, Dan Conway. You can read his story online. He made a bet, and because he was a bit of a gambler, and he put a lot of money into Ethereum. Not right at the very beginning, he missed the ICO, but he bought Ethereum after the launch. Now, those of you who study cryptocurrencies in great detail will remember that Ethereum had a very large run-up, but then it crashed. And poor old Dan didn't sell, he held, and of course, on paper, he lost an awful lot of money. So what did Dan do? He doubled down. He actually remortgaged his house without telling his wife, and he poured as much money as he possibly could into Ethereum. Of course, we all know the happy ending for him. He sold pretty much at the top for Ethereum way back when and came out ahead to the tune of $8 million US. The moral of the story is that with any cryptocurrency, the people that get in the earliest and hold the longest are the ones that make the most gains. Look, PulseZen is designed as a long-term wealth building opportunity. On the way, every single transaction, you get paid PulseZen as part of the PIF function, the pay it forward function. We are a new economy. We are growing this new economy. You are growing this new economy. This is a people-driven economy, and it will take your efforts to grow it. It's entirely up to you the direction that we see PZEN going in the future. But mark my words, PZEN will become one of the behemoths of the pulse chain world, if not the entire cryptocurrency world, because it does exactly what it says on the tin. It pays compounding rewards after every single transaction. It is the most equitable way to redistribute wealth. As I keep saying, wealth is not scarce. The problem is distribution. We need to redistribute that wealth in a much more equitable way. And the governments and the financial institutions and the bankers don't want that to happen. So here we are. We're on day 72 of PZEN. Price this morning is around 61. Volume is building up. We've got about 50 to 80,000 US dollars a day. This will increase. There's no question. There is no question that the only way forward for PZEN is up. So I thank you for joining me. Don't forget, tomorrow at 16:15, we start our live broadcast. And then I will be joining Corey Costa for a bit of a chat about the PZEN new economy and whatever else Corey would like to talk about. So that should be exciting. Do join. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Down here somewhere it says subscribe. And also click the bell to get notified as well. Do go and follow my Twitter account, Ask Conrad Zen, and that goes for all content providers for PZEN. A few more are coming on board every single day. Go and search them out on YouTube and go and like and subscribe to their channels. The more that you do that, and don't forget, it's free. It's word of mouth marketing, but it's word of mouth marketing on steroids. It is well worth your time to do so. It will cost you an awful lot if you don't go and do that. So I know it's an ungodly hour for most of you in the US. So anybody joining us today, I will say hello to you. CB, hello CB, he says hi, so I'll say hello to CB. So don't forget, subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to watch the interview on Saturday. And of course, we will have our 80,000 PZEN giveaway at the same time. Now, these broadcasts are very unusual. They're a hybrid and they're quite technical in order to broadcast on all these different channels. So if we have any problems, we will have to do the giveaway after the Corey Costa interview. And I will give the link to you all during that little chat with Corey. So for now, on this rather gloomy day, at least we have the bright spot that is PZEN. I'll say Slanjivar, and I'll see you very shortly in the next live broadcast. Thank you very much.